Good day, guys. Um, so let's continue with from our last video. Told you in this video we'll be learning how to draw a perfect trend line, a valid one that you can use to analyze your market. So in our last class, I told you I'll be showing how to draw it. So this video will guide you through on how to draw perfect trend line. And so in case you have any question, just comment in the put your question in the comment section, and I will attend to it later. So if you have to draw, you can see this particular instrument now is crash 1000 and this 1 hour time frame. So if you want to draw a perfect trend line, you don't use lower time frame like 1 minute. No. And you don't use, most of the time you can use 5 minutes, but you try and start from a higher time frame. For example, using the 1 hour, 4 hours daily, and the rest. So for a day trader or for a scalper, so you can start from something like a daily. So you can start with your daily time frame. So let's select daily time. So make sure your phone is on landscape in order to see the activity going on in the market very well. Because if it's on portrait, you might not be able to draw a perfect trend line. So you switch it to landscape mode by rotating your phone, or depending on the settings of your phone, make sure it's on the landscape. So after you finish selecting that, you select the time frame which you want to use. So if it's on landscape, it will appear like this. You see those buttons beside the screen. So let's select the daily now. Daily is D1. So by selecting D1, it will reload the chart for me. Sorry, it will reload the chart for me. So you can see by looking at this chart now, let's see, able to draw a trend line here. So you zoom out by reducing, you can know how to zoom. So just, if you want to increase the zoom, you use 2 fingers to increase it, you widen it, and you want to just normal way of zooming. So if you have to zoom out now, so you can see, let's see the overall activity in the market. So I think we'll still be able to draw a trend line. So because I've already seen two peaks here that I can use, but at times it's not every time you'll be able to draw a trend line in the chart. So once you are not able to draw in the time frame, you switch to another time frame. For example, this is 1 hour now, and this daily, one day now, daily time frame. So let me say I was not able to draw any trend line here. So what I'll just come and select 4 hours, the next time frame after daily. So select 4 hours to allow it to load. Once it's finished loading, you zoom out a little bit. I think this one is okay. We'll be able to draw a perfect trend line. Please don't mind all these lines on the screen. This one is there are some indicators that I was using, but we'll talk about that later. Let's focus on how to draw a trend line now. So what you do, you tap on the screen. Once you tap it, all these buttons that you have beside the screen. I'm talking about the right hand side now. You see this box where we have the shapes: circle, rectangle, and triangle. So it's called object. Click on it to load this thing, to show you this page. So on this page now, we have the first line there is the horizontal line, the second one is the rectangle, the third one is the vertical line, but the fourth one is what we need here, which is trend line. So that's what we call trend line, or the diagonal line sharp, but just know it as trend line. Click on it. So once you click on it, then you now put your finger on the screen and draw. So you can see it now. So you can adjust your line by dragging it. Hold it, put your hand on any of the dots. You can see we have 3 dots here. The first one at the beginning of the line, the second one at the middle, while the third one at the other line. So you put your hand on the middle one to drag your line to change the position. So you bring it from start. This is my first point here. Can you see now? So let me label the picks I used so you guys can understand it. So this is my first pick, the one where the line is touching This is my second one here. So you can see that I didn't mean I drew this line on time. That's why it's good to do market analysis. After touching it first time, second time, immediately when the price came to my line the third time, you can see the market reverses. So I didn't mean I drew this thing on time. I would have been able to sell right from here. I'll be able to sell from here. Sorry. So right from here, I will have placed a sell trade and I will have been in profit. I will have been in profit after selling for a while. So all these candlesticks, like this. So and this 4 hours time frame, which means one candle formed within 4 hours. So you can see, imagine how many candles I will be able to make my day. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So it means this is about 40 hours, which is more than a day. So you can see now, that's the power of a trend line. So immediately this thing touches the third time, although there are still some certain things you have to consider, which we will talk about later. This video is just strictly for drawing a perfect trend line. So this is how they draw a trend. Now don't forget, I told you we are drawing a trend line using the peaks. The peaks means at the top. So you are expecting, or let me say the market is on a downtrend. So immediately the price comes to that trend line, you are expected to sell. So the peak trend line is for a downtrend, while the trough trend line is for an uptrend. So let's switch to another time frame again to see whether we can see another line to draw. So you come to 1 hour now. Let's come to 1 hour. So you can see the one we drew in our 4 hours time frame. So it's still showing on 1 hour, but it appears as if it's an invalid trend line. Meanwhile, it's not an invalid, because we drew it in 4 hours. Doesn't make it to be an invalid, because price must still respect it later. So you can see this is where I said if I enter there, you can see how many candles I will be able to catch. So let's try and see if we can draw on that one on the 1 hour time frame. So you zoom out a little bit, you tap your screen again, you select the object, click on the line, then let's draw. We can still connect some lines. So I'm making use of this 1 2. So there's no need for you to stress your to force your trend line. So I've connected this now. Let me label so you can understand. 1 2. So you can see I'm getting there the third time now. You just place a sell trade here. Place a sell trade here. So you can see another profit. This 1 hour time frame. So I think the general trend for this particular market is downtrend. So you can see we were not able to draw any trough trend line. So let me check on that market. If you want to check on that by clicking on the screen again, this dollar sign, I told you it represents the quotes, the instrument that I can trade. Click on it to search for. Let me try and analyze boom 1000. So boom 1000, you scroll by your left hand side, you scroll it, boom 1000. So let's allow boom 1000 to load and see if we'll be able to draw a trend line for the trough. Let's zoom out a little bit. I think we should be able to draw a trend line here. Yes, this is how you do it. Just click on your screen again, select the shapes, trend line. So this time we are drawing it below. So I'm using 1 2. So I'm using this 1 2, the 2 points now. Let me label it again. One and two. Sorry, two. So I'm using this first one here and the second one here. So I will have to wait till price will come here again. So once the price comes to this line the third time, then I will consider some other things we will be talking about later before I will now place my buy trade. So you can see as the price is coming to that line, it's going back up. So it's telling you that we used 12 trend line to place buy trade. That is, we are expecting the market to come there and reverse back up. So do you get it now? So we'll talk more about my analysis of market. This one is just for us to be able to draw a perfect trend line. So if you have any question on this video, just put it on the comment section and don't forget to like and subscribe to the subsequent videos. Thank you.